Artificial intelligence. You hear that term everywhere, right? It's easily one of the most transformative technologies of our time. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and really demystify it. We'll break down what it is, how it works, and, what it really means for all of us. So let's get right into it.
At the heart of it all, really, it all boils down to this one single driving question. It's the philosophical spark that pretty much ignited the entire field of AI in the first place. Can we actually create a machine with an intelligence that's similar to our own? This is the quest we're exploring today.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll tackle that big question. Can a machine think? Then we'll have to ask, what is intelligence anyway? After that, we'll look at how you build an artificial brain. Then we'll see where AI is already popping up all around you. And finally, we'll get into the really big stuff, the human equation.
All right, let's start at square one. Before we can even begin to ask if a machine can think, we really need to agree on what it is we're trying to build. What's the goal here?
Well, here it is, the classic definition from John McCarthy, the guy who literally coined the term artificial intelligence way back in 1956. And the key words here are science and engineering. See, this isn't about some kind of magic or creating a soul in a box. It's about a systematic process, about studying how our own brains work and using that knowledge as a blueprint to build smart programs.
And believe me, this did not just happen overnight. It all started as a theory, an idea, back in '56. Then, almost a decade later, we got Eliza, which was this super early chatbot that could kind of hold a conversation. But then, things really started to speed up. In 1997, a machine, Deep Blue, beat the world chess champion. That's a massive leap in strategic thinking. And just a few years after that, AI started getting personal, with robot pets that could actually show emotion. You can really see the journey here, from a simple idea to this complex, interactive reality.
Okay, so we've got the artificial part down. But what about intelligence? To build an intelligent machine, you first have to define what intelligence even is. And as we're about to see, it's not quite the same for us and for the machines we build.
So let's try to pin this down. Intelligence isn't just one thing, right? It's a whole collection of abilities. Calculating, reasoning, learning from your mistakes, solving tricky problems, and adapting when things change. When we talk about AI, we're talking about building systems that can do some, or maybe, just maybe, one day, all of these things.
Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. Look at the fundamental difference in how we do things. We humans see the world in patterns. You can recognize a friend's face in a grainy, blurry photo because your brain is an absolute master at matching patterns. Machines, though, they operate on a whole different level. They see the world through hard-coded rules and data, and they find information using search algorithms. They don't think like we do, they compute, and it's a profoundly different process.
So how in the world do you go about building one of these artificial brains? Well, it's not one single project. Think of it more like a massive puzzle. It's a combination of several specialized fields, and each one is tackling a different piece. First things first, you've got to teach the machine how to understand us. That's the whole job of natural language processing, or NLP for short. It's basically the translator between our messy human languages and the clean, logical world of computer code. It's the magic that lets your phone understand, hey, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so it can understand us. Next up, you give the machine a body, and that's robotics. This is all about building machines that can actually interact with the physical world around them. Everything from a giant factory arm that assembles a car to a little rover exploring the surface of Mars. It's all about seeing, moving, and doing. And finally, we get to the big one. You have to give the machine a mind. This is where artificial neural networks come into play. They're actually inspired by the billions of interconnected neurons in our own brains. They're computing systems designed specifically to recognize patterns and, this is the crucial part, to learn from data all on their own.
All right, enough with the theory and the big abstract ideas. Let's bring this all down to earth. Where is this technology actually showing up in your life, like right now?
I bet you've probably used it half a dozen times today and didn't even think about it. The speech recognition on your smart speaker that heard your request for a song? That's AI. The camera on your phone that recognized your face to unlock it? That's AI. The app that somehow turned your messy, handwritten note into clean text? Yep, that's AI too. It's become the hidden engine driving so much of our modern tech.
And this table just lays it all out perfectly. Remember those different research areas we talked about? Well, here's how they plug into the real world.
Those expert systems, they're doing super complex jobs like helping doctors with clinical diagnoses or tracking thousands of flights at once. Those neural networks, they're the power behind the face recognition on your phone. And robotics, that's the absolute backbone of modern manufacturing, with robots handling everything from painting cars to checking parts with incredible precision.
So as AI gets more and more powerful and weaves itself deeper into our lives, the conversation has to change. We have to shift from just asking, can we build this, to asking, should we? And this brings us to some of the most profound and important questions of our time.
With all this power comes some really serious challenges. There's a real threat to our privacy now that AI can understand our private conversations in emails and on phone calls. There's a threat to human dignity when we start replacing people in jobs that need real ethical judgment, like nursing or law enforcement. And then there's the big one, a fundamental threat to safety. What if a self-improving AI becomes too powerful for us to control? These aren't just science fiction plots anymore. They are very real debates happening right now.
Which really leaves us with this one final massive thought. An AI doesn't just wake up with knowledge. It learns. It learns from the data we feed it, the examples we show it, and the rules we give it. In a very real way, it's a reflection of us, its creators. So as we're building this incredible future, the most important question isn't really about the machine's intelligence. It's about our own wisdom. What kind of future are we teaching it to create?